Maximum Marine. Next to me we have Julien. I'm very, very happy. It's a great pleasure to be here. Today we are visiting the greatest, the nicest shop in Switzerland. What do you think about this pump? Our idea for this pump is to also bring this high efficiency to the nanostream. Now we want to do a little experiment. Wir haben hier zwei alte Waveboxen aus dem Betrieb genommen und gegen eine Stream 2 Eco ersetzt. Heute gibt's mal ein Video in Englisch, mehr dazu also später. Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today I'm not only visiting Switzerland in some very great shops, I also have to talk in English today. We are in the French part of Switzerland and English is the language almost everybody is speaking, and hopefully you understand what I say. During this video I will sometimes talk in German just to take with me all the German followers we have, only to make sure that everybody is understanding it. But I'm very, very sure that this guy here has so much to say, and I'm sure that his soul and his shop will speak for himself. Let's start with a basic topic. Let's start with something very simple. What was your enter in the aquarium hobby? When did you start with the aquarium hobby?
I started when I was very, very young. As far as I remember,
yeah.
I would have an aquarium and I would have a marine aquarium.
Really? As far as you remember?
My
wow!
parents said me that when I was a child, I want an aquarium and not fresh water with marine water.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Wow. Cool.
I start with fresh water because my parents obliged me to have a fresh aquarium to start.
Okay.
But after 1 or 2 years, I moved to a marine aquarium.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was the beginning of this hobby.
Yeah.
And we have to create and do by yourself the skimmer, for example.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
How many years ago? I mean, when you have to create your own skimmer, it sounds like
30 years ago. Yeah, I was a child. Yeah.
Great. So when did you decide to say like, okay, I'm going to have a reef shop now?
19 or 20 years. But
19 or 20 years,
yeah.
Wow! So in this age, you typically don't know what you're going to do in your life, and you decided to go, wow. Again, a goosebump moment. Wow, wow, this is amazing. Since you are 19, you have your own shop.
Yes.
So, wow, okay.
I settled the company, I was 18.
Great,
sure,
great.
I remember.
18, okay, wow. Since we are next to the shelf here, you know what makes me very proud when I enter a shop and I see a Tunze product. I'm like, oh, great. Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. This makes me very proud.
I really think we work with Tunze since the beginning of my company.
Wow, wow.
We have a very long-term business relationship.
Great. Typically, I'm asking the people, okay, what was your first Tunze product?
Oof, I don't remember. Maybe it was a pump.
Yeah.
But the pump was outside of the aquarium.
Yes, the brown one, the grey-brown.
Exactly.
Yes, oh, cool. We have seen such a pump on the YouTube channel already. An 84 years old customer of my mother's shop has still one in operation. This tank. Great. Ich versuche es mal so gut ich kann jetzt für euch zusammenzufassen. Der liebe Julien, im Prinzip seit er sich erinnern kann, hat er ein Aquarium zu Hause, hat schon früh mit dem Meerwasser begonnen, und als andere noch gar nicht so wussten, ob sie noch in der Nase bohren sollen, hat er sich schon dafür entschieden, ein Meerwasserfachgeschäft hochzuziehen, und das gibt es einfach hier bis heute so wie es ist, und deswegen bin ich jetzt ganz stolz mit euch hier mit ihm durch diesen Laden durchgehen zu dürfen und euch mal zu zeigen, was er hier so aufgebaut hat. Verzeiht bitte dem lieben Tobias, dass es hier nicht so ganz leicht zu filmen ist. Einmal ist gerade sein Objektiv kaputt gegangen und damit der Shop natürlich richtig geil aussieht, ist der Boden schwarz, sind die Wände schwarz und nur die Aquarien sind beleuchtet. Wärt ihr hier und würdet ihr das durch unsere Augen sehen, würdet ihr sagen, boah, aber für die Kamera ist es brutal schwer, das einzufangen.
Das kriegen wir hin.
Good, yes. When a customer enters your shop, what do you show him first?
For me, what I really like is coral. Is my passion in life. The other thing is just, for example, like fish, just to give movement in an aquarium. But my passion was coral. And I created these 2 aquariums 20 years ago. In the past, it was something very original, very special. Now we can see that in other shops. I have very good supplier in Indonesia from coral. I work with the same person since 20 years. They know me very good.
I've seen this on the channel more often, that the shop owners have good relationships to their suppliers, and because they have to trust them. And in addition, the shop owners still take care of the corals so that the end customer who buys it really only gets healthy corals. This is one of the things that, you know, shops like yours always offer. You can see the animal and not only on a picture, and then you buy what you see on the picture is different to, you know, what you get in the shop. Your shop is very clean. You don't see any equipment. This is also something I haven't seen in, you know, you told me that someone copied it already?
Big tank, like this.
Yes.
Not very high.
Yeah.
Now it's standard.
Yeah, you mean when you started this kind of, wow.
But I started this idea 20 years ago.
Wow.
In the past it was something very new, very innovative.
Yeah.
And I remember when I ordered the tank, my supplier said he never do that before.
Wow, really?
So only standard tanks.
Yes,
like that.
Yeah. And to use, I don't know in English the name, the gris optique for the coral.
Yeah.
Now it's
The typical Lichtrasser.
Now it's to use everywhere.
Yeah.
In the past it was something new.
I can feel with you, we also have some products that we started first and now everybody's using them. So,
this tank is moved with your product, with your Wavebox.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know when you start to produce Wavebox.
2004. In 2002 we just brought the first propeller pumps to the market, and 2 years later, into 2004, the Wavebox was coming.
I think these Wavebox are here since 2004. Yeah.
Whoa! Wow, the next Goosebumps moment. Wow! Der liebe Julien hat mir gerade eben mitgeteilt, dass als er vor 20 Jahren mit dieser Art von Aquarium angefangen hat, also der Aquarienbauer hat ihm gesagt, ich habe sowas noch nie gebaut. Gell?
Was genau meinst du?
So ein flaches Aquarium, um die Korallen hier zu präsentieren. Da waren die hohen Becken einfach noch Standard. So wie man das heute hier sieht und in jedem Shop eigentlich wahrnimmt, war das vor 20 Jahren noch was Besonderes, das der Julien so hochgezogen hat. Finde ich ziemlich cool. Ja, kenne ich irgendwoher. Also ich nicht, sondern unser Unternehmen, aber ich habe es halt aus der Familie immer mal so mitbekommen. In diesem Becken läuft noch eine Wavebox von 2004, also vor 20 Jahren, als sie zum ersten Mal gebaut wurde und noch komplett neu war. Jetzt schauen wir mal behind the scenes, also jetzt muss ich ja Deutsch reden, jetzt schauen wir mal hinter die Kulissen und schauen uns die mal zusammen an, weil das finde ich jetzt spannend, 20 Jahre alte Produkte, und ich meine, schaut euch mal an, wie cool das hier schaukelt, wie schön hier die Wellenbewegung ist. Geil.
Here it's the 2 Wavebox, and if you check, is the old version, very old version.
Yes.
Now it's not like this. It's like this. Yeah.
Cool. Even this was the first magnet holder in our industry. The first time someone attached a product with a magnet, and it's still in operation here. Oh, this makes me proud. It's a great combination here to see this clean and nice shop running with the old traditional products. We cannot easily open it, but this might still be the original pump?
Yes, with this system, we have to push it in this direction, and it's not possible to clean it without moving this, but we never clean it.
You never clean it. Great. Ah, this is something everybody wants to hear. Die zwei Waveboxen hier laufen hier also schon immer. Das ist noch die ganz alte Version und wie ihr sehen könnt, noch mit den originalen Magnethaltern. Das erste Mal, als ein Produkt in unserer Branche magnetisch mit der Scheibe befestigt wurde und hier immer noch in Betrieb. Ich finde das eindrucksvoll, dass es hier so einen Laden gibt, der so clean und schön und sauber ist und trotzdem so alte, traditionelle Produkte in Betrieb hat. Das macht mich einfach unheimlich stolz hier.
And it's only for Tunze. For the first time you can show the shop.
So no YouTuber ever.
Ja, we are the first. Wow.
Yes, you are the first.
Cool.
Before we speak about the relationship with the supplier, and I can give you an example of one we can have.
Yeah.
I think this kind of live rock are very special in size. We have very, very big size, very good quality.
Wow.
With Tunze product, of course.
Ah, yeah.
It's linked with the quality of live rock.
Wow.
And one of your specialty is to create aquascaping.
Yeah.
And we take together different size, different parts of the live rock and create an aquascaping. It's something what I like to do.
Yeah. Another question, you know, there is no flow pump in this tank. There are only two wave boxes.
Yeah. It was one of my wish to have no cable. Nothing.
Yes, I understand. Okay.
And here is 3 wave box and here is 2.
Okay. And this tank here is 4 meters.
Yes.
4 meters and only with 3 wave boxes. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. This is something that Wavebox was standing for, to have such a great water movement with the situation where you can hide the product and with so few energy consumption. Even during this time, our pumps weren't as efficient as they are now. Still, this is a great product. And so this is really, obviously, because you're an expert, this is sufficient for all the corals in here. You never had any issue, any problem with it regarding to the water flow?
No, after here, coral are just for a small time in the shop.
Yeah.
They are here to be sold. Don't have problem, and it's sure you can move the water. You can show here how the water is moving. And you can see, for example, in the Heliofungia, how the movements are in the water.
Amazing.
And the coral looks happy.
Vielleicht nochmal für euch auf Deutsch. Ich habe ihn gerade eben gefragt, ob es wirklich reicht, nur mit diesen 3 Waveboxen, diesen 3 uralten Waveboxen, hier so ein 4 Meter Becken zu umströmen. Und er sagt ja, und vor allem liebt er ja daran, dass er keine Kabel und keine Geräte im Becken hat. Das ist also wirklich ein super cleaner Look. Total beeindruckend, mega cool. Ach, und wisst ihr was? Ja, you have a lot of Cassie lights here.
Yes,
it also makes me very proud and amazing. I don't think there are many shops in Europe that have so many Cassie lights in operation.
I really like Kessil because at the beginning it was something very innovative to have all of the power of LED in one switch.
Yes.
And I start to work with Kessil. I think I was one of the first in Europe to import these lights. Yeah. The first time I met us, I think it was a prototype. Yeah. It was in Interzor few years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
And at the beginning, before Tunze, we bought directly to Kessil. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Kessil guys, if you're watching this video, please write in the comments how old do you think these Kessil lights are, because this is amazing. Great.
Here I really like to use the new version.
Yeah.
It's not the new version, it's the X version.
Yes.
And for other aquarium we will start with the biggest 500.
Yes, you already have it here.
Yes.
Ah, this is so cool. This is one of the strengths of Kessil, I think, to have these reflectors, which makes the shop very clean. The mangroves, you're buying them as seeds.
Yes.
You put them in salt water.
We put it directly here.
Yes, and they all growed up? No one died? Or,
no,
wow.
1%. Yeah. And in my house, I try to give to my clients the rest.
Yeah.
But I think I have more 40 in my house.
Yeah.
I try to start it in better condition, in fresh water, with a lot of natural light, but the result is better here.
Yeah, so with this old ceiling light you disassembled from your ceiling here?
It's a very common light, very cheap.
Yes.
We do that because we were in the hurry, and it worked very good.
I simply try to ask you some questions that might interest our followers at home. Would you say your shop is specialized on, I mean, people coming in here and buy their corals, or more like you are doing the job for them and install the tank? Both. Okay.
We are open Saturday all the night. The client can visit us without having an appointment. In weeks, it's appointment, and in weeks we work directly to the client for the maintenance or to settle a new aquarium or for everything linked with reef aquarium.
Would you say your customers are typically beginners or more like old customers that already have a relationship to the reef tank?
It depends. For the client of Saturday is more beginner. They are looking for coral, for example. In the week, we work more with a company to maintain aquarium, more activity like that. We do custom aquarium. We try to do the highest level as possible with good product. Yes, it's one of my specialty.
I just started with my own reef tank at this beginner level. I'm enjoying a lot traveling around and see shops like yours and learn a lot. For me, my perspective of the hobby and the industry changed a lot because now I'm very much in contact with people like you, and I really appreciate this.
The product Tunze I like. It's difficult to choose, but the first I think it's the osmolator. I use it since the first version. For me it's one of the best in the market. The fiability is very good. Another product I use since a lot of years is your filter carbon. Not very expensive, and the quality is for me enough. In the new product I discover, of course, all of the Tunze pump for the stream, all of the version, wave box, the stream, the nano stream, I like it. But a new product I discover recently is your product to do the
cleaning.
The glass. The result is good, and in addition, it smells good.
The cinnamon smell is great.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it. One thing I'm very interested in, a lot of customers told us that this pump is great, they enjoy it, the Stream 2 Ecos, but they want it in a smaller housing. In this YouTube series in Switzerland, I brought a lot of our new, let's say, facelifted, more advanced pumps. We did a facelift on the NanoStream and it looks like this, okay? You still have the new controller, you already know. You still have the power supply, this medical grade, high-level power supply. You also have our great cable here, but, and now you can see it, you have this huge propeller in the pump. And I'm very interested in your opinion. After this trip, I probably manufacture it, and I can hardly see you with the light. Sorry. After this trip, I probably manufacture it, or maybe I change some things. To get the feedback from a dealer is nice, but to get it in the video is even nicer, so the people at home can experience your words at the same time as I do them. What do you think about this pump?
It looks good, but I don't take care of the look. I will see how it works first. We can try in a tank if you...
What do you appreciate on Tunze pumps the most?
For me, one of the best quality of your stream, or the stream version, if we can move the flow exactly what I would.
Let's just try it. We install it. Do you have a tank where you would install it?
Maybe we can try in this tank to have a good view. Maybe we can try here.
Yeah.
Here.
Yo. such a small pump in such a huge tank. Yeah.
I think it will be good for half of this size.
Yeah.
For aquarium, still 1 or 1.2 meter.
Yeah.
It looks very good.
Our idea for this pump is to also bring this high efficiency to the nanostream and also the low noise level. Yeah. But again, since we are in a shop, the low noise level isn't the goal here.
But here you can see the power of the pump and the quality of the flow, because we feed the shrimp 2 or 3 years ago, and now with the pump you can see in the water all of the food that was not eat are back in the flow. And here you have something very rare in aquarium. It's uragant.
It's a tiny pump. You probably wouldn't install it in such a tank. You don't need much flow in this tank. Obviously, you're not using a flow pump here. But for such a small pump, we can see that at least for, yes, you said, for a meter, we have a good flow. Obviously, the pump is not big enough.
The flow looks very large.
Yeah.
And it's good for an aquarium. For a reef aquarium, it's better.
For the efficiency, it's great to have a huge propeller, but also for the aquarium, it's good to have a large propeller, huge propeller, because this helps to have a soft flow on the corals. Now we want to do a little experiment. We now know that great but old traditional wave boxes are working in these tanks. I now want to do the experiment. What happens if you put one of these pumps into one of these tanks, and if it's possible to create a wave without the wave box. Okay, wave boxes are offline. Now only one pump is installed, and I have to switch it on. Now this is a very difficult part. You need patience to set up the resonance frequency. The pump is running at 0%. I only check it and we set it to 20% and see what happens. We see flow. Yes, we see flow. I set it up to 50%. I set it up to 100%.
Maybe we create something new.
Yeah. Okay, I set it down to, let's say, 6 seconds and let it increase. But we have this little waves on the top. Over there it's a little stronger. So now we simply have to wait and see what happens when we hit the resonance frequency. Okay, obviously we need more, but it looks a little stressy.
Here something goes wrong, but here you see the level go up and down, but I think maybe that's the center. Yeah. We have to try to put the pump in the center of the aquarium. Okay. Because maybe we create a wave, something too complicated.
Should we install a second one?
Yes, if you would. So but now with patience, I'm sure you can find the good level. Now it's fine tuning. Your pump has the power. Yeah. Now it's only a question of time to spend to move it. But for this tank, it's enough. He is a professional wave searcher. he looked into the corals and he said, okay, 20 milliseconds less, 20 milliseconds more. You adjusted the pump. Now it's more on the bottom side? Yes. Yes, okay. So as a summary, now we are using only one 6255, so stream to echo with 30 watts. Obviously it's working, we have a wave, but it's obviously less calm as before. And of course we have a strong water flow over there, which is pushing the corals hard. And before it was really a movement through the whole tank. Would you say one 6255 is equivalent to a wave box? I think for this kind of tank, it's enough. But it's not hobbyist reef tank, it's a professional reef tank. We don't have stone, we don't have a lot of aquascaping or decoration, but now it looks good. And if we see the coral, it moves in the good level for me. One pump is 2 wave box.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And next step we have to try in this tank.
Maybe you have to leave some pumps here.
Ja, and he needs a lot of patience. Ihr Lieben, jetzt noch mal kurz die deutsche Zusammenfassung. Wir haben hier 2 alte Waveboxen aus dem Betrieb genommen und gegen eine 6255 Stream 2 Eco ersetzt. Und naja, wir haben ein bisschen rumprobiert. Ich bin ganz ehrlich, der liebe Julien ist ein richtiger Gott. Der hat hier die Korallen angeguckt und hat genau gesehen, wie viele Millisekunden wir mehr oder weniger einstellen müssen, um hier wieder eine ähnlich große stehende Welle zu erzeugen. Der Nachteil ist jetzt, dass wir da vorne ziemlich viel Strömung haben. Da seht ihr jetzt auch so eine Lücke, wo die Pumpe reinpustet. Da muss man wirklich sagen, das ist eine der großen Stärken der originalen Wavebox. So now, this evening we had a lot of fun here at Maximo Marine together with Julien. If you are in Switzerland or living around this area, just come here. We are obviously the first ones to film it. It's really a secret place with a man behind that completely, let's say, his whole life is reefing. He is a magician in a lot of things he's doing here. And I'm very, very proud that you are working with our products and that you opened the door this evening for us. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.